Let's knock around a couple of hot takes that were controversial over the last couple of days.
So Gilbert Arenas is a former NBA basketball player who has a podcast called The Gil's Arenas Show. And on there, quite often, he has some pretty hot takes which bring him a lot of heat. And recently, he had another one because the Minnesota Timberwolves are currently playing against the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs. They are a round away from the finals, the conference finals, so it's obviously a big deal. And Rudy Gobert is one of the star players on the Timberwolves, so his absence does make a pretty a big impact on the game when he's not there. So earlier that day, his child was being born, so he went to be there for the birth of his child. The problem is the game, which was game 2, was at 10 p.m. that night in Denver. And because of flight delays and the weather in Denver, he wasn't able to make it back in time for the playoff game. So he just decided to miss the game. And Gilbert Arenas had a take of if he felt like he should have missed the game for the birth of his child.
Right.
Maybe, yeah.
Right. I would imagine Minnesota, I don't know for sure. I'm not in that man's business like that.
Okay.
I mean, missing this game for that baby. I see you.
It's the baby, bro. It's going to be there when you get back. We hope.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The baby going to be
okay, but unnecessary.
The baby going to, it don't know, whatever you about to think you about to do with the baby, he going to be asleep.
Need that skin-to-skin contact.
Okay, you get skin-to-skin in 2 days.
Right on the titty. The whole time, right on the titty.
Like I said,
need some milk.
Look, I get you want to be with your wife and smile and stuff, and your good NBA healthcare insurance.
Right.
It's because of you playing.
Right. Trust me, they got everything.
We finally, at the end of the clip, got a mention of the mother, which was nice. Because I don't know if you know this, the birth wouldn't be possible without her. And I think this is an issue when it comes to childbirth. Is the focus is always on the baby and not on the mom, and you never know what could go wrong. So he needs to be there by his significant other's side as she's giving birth. And I think all of us can agree, life greater than the NBA.
I thought that was pretty clear. but there seem to be a lot of athletes who have come out and said...
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they said, listen, playoffs, like that deep into the playoffs, and I'm that much of an impact player on my team, the baby will be there when I get back. I'm not saying this, but some of these athletes have.
What are you saying?
I got to be there for the baby.
Okay.
Basketball will be there too.
So let's take this next level. Let's say it's not a playoff game. Let's say it's the Super Bowl or a game 7 where a championship is on the line. Does that change your opinion at all?
No, not at all. And not just be there for the baby, be there for the person who is actually, yes, that is giving birth to the baby. Like that is so having been fortunate enough to experience it. It is such a monumental moment that I don't care what sport you're playing, you don't miss that.
So I'm not a golf fan, so I don't know his name off the top of my head who won the Masters this year, but his wife was pregnant, and there was a chance that she was going to go into labor while he was playing the Masters, and he was leading the Masters, and which is the most prestigious golf tournament in the world. Every single golfer from birth wants to win that one tournament, and he straight up said, I want to let you guys know I don't care if I'm leading or not, which he was. I'm leaving here if my wife calls and says she goes into labor.
Now, I don't know why, because technically every game in a playoff or championship series is important. In NBA, it's a 7-game series, but every game matters. If it's the final game, if it's like game...
Is that game 7? You've been playing since you were 6 years old?
And I'm a star on the team. It might be, that one game might be a little different for me.
I feel like it's got to be a decision between the two, because I'll be honest with you, and maybe it's because I grew up with sports. Like if let's say I get to live my best WAG life at some point, and whoever I'm with makes it to the final game of whatever, or the Super Bowl, let's say I start dating someone on the Chiefs, I would probably have a conversation with them and be like, you know what? It's the Super Bowl. Like, I'll find someone to hold my hand.
Right. So this is what I want to ask right now that we're going in this direction. If you're a woman, 1-855-BERT show, would you say to your man, I don't want you to be here? I mean, this is game 7. You've been doing this your entire life, or you're playing for a Super Bowl or a championship. You got into the relationship knowing what he was all about. Would you want him there, or would you give him the opportunity to go, would you tell him, I just don't even want you there? You've been working for this your entire life. 1-855-BERT show.
You're going to be at the birth. Like I wouldn't even want to be with a man where that the other would be an option. Like it's one of the most significant moments of your life. And God forbid something that does go awry and that happens. You're going to be there for the birth of your child.
But the baby could use that championship ring as a pacifier.
Oh, okay.
So he'd be contributing to the family. All right, I'm really curious from women. Would you say to your man, look, forget about it. Just go to the game. Win the championship. We'll have another kid. Hey, Camille, good morning. You're on the Bert Show. Hi.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, if it's my first child, it's a little different. That's a serious conversation I have to have with my partner. But anything after the first child, go to that Super Bowl and you better win. Don't come home without a ring.
All right, pressure's on.
I like that.
So first child, you have to miss the game.
Yeah, because like you said, I know nothing about it, and you're my person. You put this baby in me. You don't get to not be there.
You know, he's playing basketball before you came along. Hey, Sonia, good morning. You're on the Bert Show. Hi.
Hey, guys.
Good morning. Okay, so do you tell your man, go win a championship, even though I'm pregnant, I'm going to deliver while you're there, just go and play your game?
Absolutely. I feel like I have family that's going to be there with me. You go. This is your moment. Well, I guess it's our moment, but you go do what you got to do. I'll be fine.
Wow.
Are you married now? Because there's going to be a lot of guys calling for you.
I am a mother. I'm not married.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put you on hold.
I'm assuming your man has to be an impact player, though, right? Like, because if he on the bench, he can.
But babe, they need me. They need me rooting from the sideline.
He don't even play, big dog.
You better get in that game.
Bert Show.